What's up, everyone? Guess what we are doing today? Today, we are going to do a PSA submission. I'm going to show you my little process and what I've learned from the last time. A few little tips and tricks that I kind of picked up on my own, and I saw one person doing something, but kind of modified it a little bit to make it a little easier or better for me. And we'll go through the process. I'll show you how easy it is. It's actually a lot easier than it is, or than it sounds. So yeah, we'll go through it. All right, so this is the stuff that I'm going to be sending in. First thing is I don't want to send too much at once. I want to keep it around 20 to 25. I got to do bulk because it's really cheap doing it that way. It takes a long time to get them back. But I want to keep it that low because I don't want to send like 40 or 50 cards because then I'm waiting for a lot of cards, and I'd rather do 20 at a time because then I have a steady like transition, hopefully within next few months to have like 20 something cards come back, and then another month or two 20 something cards come back, rather than waiting 6 months for 50 cards. So yeah, these are the cards I'm going to send in. Some of them are old vintage and some of them are not. The reason why I'm sending in some of these cheaper ones, like a Bellsprout, first edition, it looked really good, and it's just fuzz or something. Yeah, it looked really good. Oops. And I think I got it for like $6 or something. So with PSA, since I'm a member, it's gonna be $10 per card to send in. And I figured if I sold a first edition PSA 9 or 10 Bellsprout for 40 or $50, would the going rate for PSA 9s or 10s for basically any first edition base sets, they're usually around $40 to $50 a card. So this is a good deal if I can sell it at that. So you'll see a lot of my cards might not be of high value, but that's because I got it for so cheap that it's going to be hard not to make a profit. So we got, go through half of it real quick. We got the first edition Bellsprout. And I'm going to keep them in this order, and I'll tell you why. So I got 4 dark gold ducks, first edition. They were probably 9s and 10s. I got those for, let me pull that up real quick so I can show you or verify. So I got the dark gold ducks for $3 a pop. So at $13, because that's including the PSA grading, I can easily turn a profit with that. Same with the Dark War Turtles, they're all first editions. Coughing, I don't even remember buying a coughing, so it obviously didn't cost a lot. And this one, I'm hoping to get a 9. I think it was a little off-centered. Yeah, a little off-centered. Hoping to get a 9. Like I said, first edition, that one probably not turn much of a profit. Same with this one, I probably won't, but I'm still kind of new to the process, and I figured if I can throw a bunch of vintage cards at it and get an idea, because I have an idea of how the quality of these cards are. So I kind of need like, what would you compare it to? Like, I guess having like a steady stream of information to better judge your cards in the future. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I don't mind spending the $10 and waiting a couple of months to get a card back to, I guess, learn more about the process and the grading process. So I got some Psyducks first editions. I had 4. I apparently was missing a Team Rocket Psyduck from my personal set, so I obviously had to take one of those. And this other Lieutenant Surge Pikachu in my other PSA submission, I think I sent in like 4 or 5 different Pikachus. So I like Pikachu. Everybody likes Pikachu, so it's a sought after card. Obviously, this band Sabrina's Gaze, this band Japanese card. I think I'm gonna get probably a 9 on it. There is a nick up here somewhere, yeah, right there. I'm hoping a 9. This Jumpluff that I got, this looked really good. I think there was 1 issue, 2 issues, a little tiny bit of whitening, a little tiny bit of whitening. So I'll probably get like a 9, I'm hoping. Everything else looked basically mint. Still deciding. I might send this in, I might not. I'm not sure, because I do not have this card other than what's in my hand. And I just don't have this set in binders yet, so I'm not sure if I want to send that in. So the Mew that I just pulled, I got these 2 secret rares from Cosmic Eclipse that I want to send in. Got the Celebi and Venusaur, the GX that I pulled, the Rainbow Rare. That Scissors VMAX. Zamazenta Amazing Rare. And the Leon Secret. So, those are the cards that I'm going to send in. Like I said, some of them might not be valued. Some of y'all might think it's a waste of money to send them in. But from the research that I've done, almost every time you get something graded, it ups the value, unless you're, in a sense, gambling and you get a lower grade than you thought you would, and you paid for like an estimated 8 and you get like a 6 or a 7. Obviously you're gonna lose money. But if you paid for like a raw, like I did with these Psyducks, and I get it a 9 maybe, or a 10 on one of or 2 of them, I've made my money and some. So it's and one day I might show you how I'm getting some of these on Amazon, not Amazon, eBay and some Facebooks and stuff. But that'll be for another day. So yeah, these are the cards that I'm going to be sending in. So let me show you some of the process. All right, so obviously you're going to go to PSA card. So you start an account, or you log into your account. I'm already logged into mine. So I'm going to do a submit. So you do online submission center, you'll start. So here you see my other one. I had 35 cards in that one. I sent it in on the 1st. So I'll do is start a new submission. Regular or small size cards. Grading. So there's multiple different types of grading. With Pokemon, unless it's a signed card, unless it's a signed card, you just need the basic authentication and card grade. That's what you want. You don't want to do anything else unless it's signed by like the original artist or something weird that someone else signed. So that's what you're gonna want to do. So this is where I always struggle. Here we go. You're gonna go up here, value TCG trading card game, all years, 20 cards minimum. So once you get the what is it called? The account, wow, I'm retarded. I'm struggling with words. You know, when you pay them, you know. All right. So subscription. So you get this. All right. Anyway, God, I'm struggling. When you do that, it's $10 a month or $10 a card up to the value of the card graded. So normally, we'll go back real quick. Normally, if you didn't, if you had to pay them, okay, regroup. All right, so if you had to pay them and you weren't a member of this company, your normal would be regular at $50 a card. And that's what some people do. And I think it's absolutely insane. So it pays for itself in a few cards. So if you just paid the $50 and then you did one 20 card subscription or submission, it clearly pays for itself. So if you're planning on grading more than 5 cards, I think it's 5 cards. Once you want to grade more than 5 cards, just buy a subscription and do a 20 card submission because that's only $10 per card rather than $50 per card. And that's how you make money with some of these cheaper cards that are first edition, like a Bellsprout first edition. Because if I paid like $7 and then $50, I'd have to make money. I would have to charge $60 to $65 for a $40 card, which isn't gonna happen, you know. So you're gonna do the TCG value TCG. All right, so here is where it gets not frustrating, but it takes a minute. Get this out of my way. Bring up the keyboard. So you're gonna want to keep it in this order, the order that I showed you. It doesn't really matter, but that's how I want to do it. I want to keep it in. I tried to keep it like vintage up front and then go year by year up to the 20 cards or 20 something cards. I got 22 in this stack right now, and I got all the vintage. Then I go to Team Rocket, and then I go to the Japanese band card, or and the gym. Then all the new stuff, ending on Leon Secret Rare from Vivid Voltage. So I try and go for, like base off a year. So first we're gonna do. Oh no, you're gonna want to do Pokemon 1999. Sprout. $49. And then you'll find it through here. Did I put in the wrong number? Oh, it's a Jungle Bellsprout. So we'll go down here, find Jungle Bellsprout First Edition. And then it'll bring up minimum. So you're going to want to leave this minimum grade blank. Because say I do a 9, right? No, just leave me alone. So say I did a 9 and the grade came back and they graded the card at an 8. So once they're like, oh, it's an 8, it's not a 9 or a 10, then they're not going to grade it and they're going to send it back raw. So this is like a minimum, like it has to hit this or they're not going to grade it. So you're going to want to leave that blank. Declared value is max of the card once it's graded. So doing this, you're going to need to do every card, excuse me, has to be valued at $199 or lower each. So for a Bellsprout, I think it was like 40 or 50. And it doesn't have to be like spot on, because once they get it and they say, oh, this is actually 70 or 60 or whatever, they're going to change it, but it's not going to matter because it's under the 199. So if you submit a card that's probably 200 or plus raw, or not raw, graded, then it's up to them to choose. If it's real close to the 199, they might not. I haven't hit the 200 yet. I've been submitting more of these cheaper cards just to get kind of used to it. So I haven't hit the 200 on any cards that I know of, unless something's changed in the past few weeks. Um, so yeah, you keep it under 199, and I usually try and keep it around the value. And now it's $10. So you got to do 20 of these cards, and we just do Team Rocket 2000. Dark Gold Duck first edition. Quantity, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we do 4 declared value total per card. So I think these were 150 max. So now it changed to 5. All right, so we'll do that again. All right, 21 cards. So now that's that, right? Here you would just do comments or requests. I usually leave that blank. Next. So it's 210 plus insured shipping is 35. Or always, it doesn't matter how big your um, submission is, it's always going to be a $35 fee. So what they don't tell you though is they don't immediately take this out of your account. What they do is you box it up, you ship it to them. Days later, they receive it, and then it goes into a storage, I'm sure, like a giant warehouse full of everybody's cards. They don't take it out until they get to your submissions, because like that one card I had, the Sabrina's Gaze, if that went over the 200 and they want to charge me extra for that, then they would double charge, or they would charge for the submission, and then they would on top of that charge me again for that, rather than doing it just once. So we're waiting until they get to your submission. So you don't get this pulled out of your account for weeks, months, who knows. I still haven't gotten charged for my last submission, which was the beginning of this month. So who knows when they're going to take it out. So you do have to have that money in that whatever account you have at all times, basically, because I don't know when they're going to take it. So all right, so insured shipping. Um, I don't have any vouchers. This is where if you buy like your gold and platinum, they give you extra vouchers. And then the account. Oh, my address is on here. I'll have to blank that out. But yeah, and this is where I do all the submissions. Ah, there's my address too. All right, so let's go back to here, and I'll show you how I box the stuff up. So you got your 20-something cards or 21 cards for me. All right, so everything is obviously protected in these card savers. They got penny sleeves inside of them as well. So there's that, right? So what I do, I get a bunch of rubber bands. All right, kind of pre-stretch it. Don't want a lot of force because you're going to be putting a bunch of different stuff together. I just do this so things have multiple layers before they start falling apart, if that makes sense. Because that's obviously really loose, but this kind of keeps everything centered and together. So then I get these cardboard, random cardboard that I have. I cut a little extra, all right? I did it with both of them. And I fold these ends, all right? And that way, you'll see, it kind of encases it even more. So then what I'll do is I'll grab another rubber band and I want overhang. With that, you see how I did that? So I wanted overhang on each side so they're not like rubbing and going crazy. And this way, you're guaranteed not to have, no matter how much I move or shake this, cards, even if they come out of the loaders, they're not gonna fall out and get loose. Whether or not, I mean, it's like triple protected, so they've got a rubber band inside, and now this way they don't have anything like crushing the tops or folding any cards. You don't have anything crazy going on. So I'll do one more rubber band so this whole package doesn't fall out. There. And now it's about as protected as you can get without getting ammo cans or something crazy. So that is staying in there. So next, I get a little box. I keep all of my bubble wrap and stuff I get from packages and random stuff that I get in the mail. So, get a little box. Let me try it. It's a little better. With that in there like that, hopefully, this box might not work. And that works. If I can get this in there. All right. I just do the top. Now we do it. Yeah, that ain't going anywhere. All right, so that's good, right? We'll set it aside because we are not done with that box yet. So with those two, those go in your box. That is for PSA. Since we have a small box, I might have to fold it another time. my opinion, kind of looks tacky. So I might get a different box actually. I'm lying. I'm gonna use this box. I don't have anything else. What we're gonna do is we're gonna shove these papers aside. On this side, so it doesn't. You can see right there, cards are protected, multiple layers of protection. All right, so now we tape this up. All right, so it's all taped up. You gotta cut out this little barcode. Okay. So usually tape it on a side. Let me change this camera. All right, so I normally tape it on the side of the box. Put it on like that. Put it on the side. Really matter, doesn't have to be pretty. All right, just like that. So now, last thing I see a lot of people doing, and was in the last place I left it. So on the box, you're gonna want to write what type of submission you're doing. So since we're doing it was like a bulk, not bulk, but value is a value here. Let me show you. So you see right here where it says value TCGO, that is our submission type or service level. So we're going to want to put value on a lot of the sides of the box. All right. A lot of people also put the, oh, this is bottom, this is top and stuff. I don't think the people at PSA are that dumb enough to need to worry about how to open a box. I don't usually put that. Yeah, and then you print it out the label and you ship it. So that's it. It's simple as that. And then you send it, and 6 months to a year you get it back. Hope I helped you out. Hope I taught you little tricks, some easy stuff, something that anyone can really do. Don't forget they don't take your money out for a while, so don't spend the money. Y'all take it easy, guys.